How are you? Welcome, 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 welcome. This is Mom Conversations. A new opportunity. This is a parenting podcast and YouTube channel, and I'm super excited. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Tanisha Carroll. I am known as the assignment coach. I am known to be a part of Mommy and Me on assignment and exploring excellent worship, and now Mom Conversations. And here we are going to talk about all things mom, all things parenting, interview moms and parenting gurus and children. And we are going to do the things that moms do. I'm going to take you along with me as I make changes in my home, as I adjust to being a high school parent as well as college parent. And so I'm excited to go on this ride, and I hope that you are too. So just to tell you a little bit about myself, again, I am Tanisha Carroll. I am originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and I live outside of Atlanta, Georgia now, and I've lived here for over 20 years. I have been married for over 22 years. Like I said, I have 2 children. I have a son who is a freshman in college. I have a daughter who is a freshman in high school. And so I am a trained music therapist. I am a worship leader in my church. I enjoy God. I love God. I am a prayer leader. I'm actually an elder in my church, and I grew up in church. I love family. I love doing things with my family, and I enjoy trying out things. Sometimes I want those things to be just so, and sometimes I just shoot from the hip. But I enjoy cooking, which I'm hoping to do on this channel as well. Take you guys along as I cook. And so we are going to have a great time. And I hope that you will come along with me as we enter into this new season. It's the beginning of 2025. Everyone else is already doing a podcast, right? Everyone's already doing a YouTube channel, maybe. But I think that this is good timing for me. It's good timing for what I believe is being birthed in my heart as it relates to parenting, as it relates to children, and the things that I'm learning about myself as well as about my kids. How many of you know that when it comes to parenting, if you're really doing it, that means you're not only learning things about your kids, but you're learning things about yourself. And so I hope that you are willing to take a look at yourself sometimes when it comes to parenting, because parenting is a very special and unique job. It is something that is built up for, not for the weak. It's not for the weak. But maybe you don't know that until you get in there, right? You don't necessarily know until you're knee deep in children. And so it's funny because I always wanted to have a good sized family, not huge, but definitely bigger than the one that I have. But I am grateful that I just have the 2 children I have. Okay. I don't know, y'all, do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say, but I'm glad that I just have the 2 children that I have. And I don't want to say just, but my kids, I love them. I love them. I'm excited about their future and about who they are. And so, we're going to talk about mothers. The other thing about me is that I am a parent of a chronically ill child. And we're going to walk through that and just some of the things that have happened over the years and how I got through it. And I think I said that I'm married, so My perspective is from the perspective of being a mom, but also being a two-parent home where my husband is very present. He has a great relationship, an interactive relationship with his children. And so we're going to look at those things. There's going to be some positive things. There's also some negative things that just come with parenting. And when I say negative, I mean like they seem bad but I believe that whether the situation is good or bad, there's something for everyone to learn. I might not feel good about it. I might not really like the situation, but I can learn something and the other person can learn something as well. And hopefully you're going to learn something by being here with me on this podcast, talking about things that moms talk about, And so I want to invite you to have this conversation and be a part of the conversation. So if you have some things that you want to talk about, let me know. Come into the comments on this post, on this video, and let me know some of the things that you're interested in discussing when it comes to parenting. Now, I will say again, I'm the parent of a freshman in college and a freshman in high school. There are things that I know. I don't know about parenting, married children, because I don't think you parent married children, but that's a whole nother subject. My child is 18, my oldest. And so, but there's some things that I've learned along the way because I'm an aunt, I'm a godmother, I'm, a play auntie, I'm all those things. And so although I only have two children that I gave birth to, I have parented many children in my years. And I started really being a parent-like, a mother-like figure when I was a teenager, actually, because I had a god sister. And I'm gonna have to send this to her. I have a god sister. And at the time, when I was a teenager, she was like 2. I think she was 2. And so she was like my first little baby, my first little dress-up doll. And I would fix her hair. Now her grandmother, I should say, was a hairdresser. She was older. And so, I'd never had to wash her hair, but we definitely had to comb her hair and put bows on it and all that kind of stuff. I loved it. And I had to, she would sleep in my bed sometimes, or I would sleep in the bed with her in a guest room. I would get her dressed in the morning. I would make sure that she had everything. Now, mind you, my mother was there and was doing all the things, but I was very involved, very hands-on. She was in my wedding, and even as we've gotten older, we lost touch for a while, but since we have reconnected, I still am of course, I'm a big sister to her, but I have a motherly connection with her and a motherly voice in her life, meaning she trusts me. She trusts what I say. She trusts how I approach things, and she looks to me for advice, for instruction, for understanding about things. As a parent, as a woman, as a mother, as someone who is a single parent, some things she is just looking for me. And I went to visit her in 2024. And I mean, even in that, I taught her how to make gravy. There are just things that I have been able to have an impact in her life. And it's one of the joys of my life to be connected with her. And so hopefully we'll be able to get her maybe on here to just talk about parenting and talk about mothering and some of the things that she has been through as it relates to being a mom. And I know she loves being a mom, and I know that she loves her kids so much, and she takes great care of them. And so even at that young age, for me, 15, 14 years old, I was mothering in a way, and I was taking care of children. And I've always been that type of a person. And so this is a joy to me to be able to have a conversation with you about being a mom and about parenting in 2025, okay? Because parenting in this day and age is not for the weak, right? You really have to be locked in on what you believe. You got to be locked in. Is that what they say? I like that phrase. You got to be locked in on what you believe about the boundaries that you want to set with your kids, about the things that are important to you, your values. Your values. What are your values? And so these are some of the things that we're going to talk about here among conversations. And I want to invite you, like I said, to put some instructions, not instructions, but add some ideas of what do you think are important things we should be conversing about, and where are some places that I should go to learn more about parenting? Where are some places that I should go to learn more about being a mom in this day and age? Could be a mom who's a first-time mom and is older, a single parent mom, a mom who became a mom as a teenager. What are the conversations that we need to have about being a mom? And I'm going to offer some things to you as a music therapy expert, as a believer, and as a mom who's been parenting for almost 19 years. And so I'm looking forward to this conversation. It is going to be a weekly conversation. We're going to get here as often as we can and do some things. And the conversations are going to be on a weekly basis. And then hopefully in between, I'm also going to take you on some journeys with me as I do things as a mom. All right. So thanks so much for being here. I thank you. I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Happy New Year.